It is the season of giving, but also a time of year when the need is so great. So to talk about the ways that you can help and also get help, we've got Eric Cooper, the president and CEO of the San Antonio Food Bank, joining us for today's KSAT Q&A. Eric, always great to have you on this segment. Let's first talk about what that need looks like right now. We know that inflation is affecting nearly every aspect of life. So with that, plus the holidays coming up, what are you all seeing in terms of assistance needed in San Antonio?
Well, families are stressed, right? They're trying to meet all of their bills, rent, utilities, car payments, all of the expenses with inflation, and then have Christmas. And they want to provide for their children. They want to be able to gather around the dinner table and enjoy a meal, but it's just out of reach. And so we're doing everything we can to make sure families get a holiday meat item, that they get groceries, that they're stocked up. Kids just got out of school today for many school districts. Kids will miss those meals, breakfast and lunch, through the National School Breakfast and Lunch Program. And so that demand for food in the household is high, and we're just going to be doing everything we can to meet that need.
What's your message to people out there who are like, I need food, but I don't want to take it away from another family that maybe I think deserves it more? I mean, pride plays a big part in all this stuff. No. If there's somebody that needs help but is reluctant to ask, what's your message?
Oh, Steve, you nailed it. I would say we love you and we're here to help. There is no reason, if you are struggling, that you shouldn't reach out to us at the San Antonio Food Bank. We've got a helpline. Folks are standing by to take those calls, to give direction. And there's capacity at our food distributions next week. If you're needing assistance, we can get you food immediately. We can also help you with programming to apply for public benefits if you're needing employment services. So it starts by making a call, coming in, or connecting online. Again, go to our website, safoodbank.org. If you're needing help, just hit the Get Help button and it'll direct you from there. But please, if you're struggling right now, reach out to us at the food bank.
Because you have food.
We do. You know, San Antonio's blessed us so much and continues to bless us. We've got some, goals out there. We're trying to get 10,000 boxes in before the big day, and that's Christmas Day, so that we can make sure we take care of families. But sometimes I think in that appeal for assistance, those that need help don't want to add to that burden. They need to know we've got food to take care of that need, but we're always replenishing our shelves and stocking them. So if you can give help, please donate either into our red barrels across the city. You can learn where those are located on our website. You can also donate monetarily. We continue to leverage a dollar pretty well, $1, 7 meals. So sometimes money is the best way to give. And honestly, if you have a little bit of time on your hands, we could sure use some volunteers all across our activities at the food bank, and it'll go a long way in helping folks have a great Christmas this holiday season.
You know, it's a time of year when people do want to give back. They want to give of their time if that's something that they have. So what does volunteering look like at the food bank? What are ways in which people can be hands-on?
Well, it's super important that the community knows all ages, all abilities. We need everybody, and it's so important for parents to mentor their kids that this is the giving season, and we want to make sure that we're sharing our blessings with others. And so working in our warehouse, packing boxes, our farm, garden, getting the crops ready, also in our kitchens, preparing meals, or out at these distribution sites, helping to load trunks, cars. There's lots of things for folks to do. We just need more help. And so please, if you do have some time, you go to the same website, safoodbank.org, hit the volunteer button. Again, you'll see a schedule of all the vacancies that we have. Schedule yourself, your family, your company, your church, your club. Bring as many people as you can possibly bring. It will make the difference. I was out at a distribution this week, and families wanted to make sure we knew how grateful they were. Many blessings extended, holiday wishes, but they didn't know where they were going to turn for assistance. Now they can gather themselves and their family around the table for the holiday. And folks that don't have those food items to gather around the dinner table, it's heartbreaking. So for us to be able to provide that, it means the world. to these families.
Right, and it's an opportunity for people out there to be part of that giving. So I also want to talk about what the need is like right now. You know, we talked on this very segment during the pandemic about the explosion that you guys saw in the number of families that needed help. Has that lessened at all, or are you still seeing the steady numbers that we saw during the pandemic?
Yeah, it's a little scary. You know, from those stories, we went to feeding about 125,000 people each week. That number now is about 105,000. So it's gone below that over the last few years, but it's been trending a little high on a weekly demand. And honestly, that's where my stress comes from, to make sure that we get all of the grocery items, whether refrigerated, frozen, non-perishable, or non-food items that households need to sustain themselves. And so with inflation still high, with a lot of those federal supports running out, families are just short. They leave the grocery store with a little less food in the grocery cart, and we're there at the food bank to help make up that difference. But it's been tracking fairly high in demand over the past few months.
And Eric, we've talked about since the pandemic began how you all have seen a lot of people asking for help for the first time. And I just want to make sure that people understand you don't have to be in the system with the food bank already or on record with you guys. You can just go online and ask for help that first time. But if people want to donate, what's the number 1, 2, 3 things that you all are looking for?
Well, I tell you, thank you. And you nailed it. If you need help, please reach out. We're here. So if you can donate, sometimes the best thing to give is $1, right? It goes the furthest in our ability to leverage it to 7 meals or 10 pounds of food. And so if you can donate monetarily, we promise to be good stewards. Just 2% administrative overhead at the food bank. Not a more efficient nonprofit. So please donate. You can donate a non-perishable food item. Number one needed item, peanut butter. We feed a lot of kids, and so it's a great protein, spreads pretty far. You see what I did there?
Yeah, nice.
And then time, the gift of time, volunteering, serving, and then lastly, share in your social media. You guys are hearing a little bit about the food bank in this segment. Share it. Go to KSAT.com, share the need, connect people to resources, but for those that can give resources, we could sure use them at your San Antonio Food Bank.
Absolutely. You know, peanut butter is something you can give in a GIF.
Oh, wow.
Or you know, don't be Skippy.
Wow.
Okay,
Eric, by the way, if I need a fill-in co-anchor, I know who to call.
Yeah. Eric is the man. So.
Hey, it'd be nuts not to call me, man.
There you go.
Anytime.
Thank you.
We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm glad Eric came out of his shell today. All right, Eric Cooper with the San Antonio Food Bank. Always appreciate what you guys do. And if you're a family at home, you are blessed, you have food on the table and want to think of something to do to give back to the community, Food Bank is a great place. Eric, thank you for your time.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
You as well.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.